Okay. Okay. I'm just testing out, guys. Oh god. Is everything okay? Alright. So, hello everyone. This is RenConnect here. Oh, wow. A lot of weird things happened. One, it became brownouts, so I lost a bit of progress in that story there. But hey, Joseph. Hey, Reese. You finally arrived to the stream. And wow, thank you so much for dropping by. I can believe you're picking the lesser Nijima. Yeah, Makoto is best girl. Well, in this timeline. Yeah, it was so weird. I was just enjoying myself, going through the story, and yeah. I'm just glad to finally be back in the game. It was brownout for like about a solid 10-15 minutes, and then I had to troubleshoot my system. But overall, yeah, might as well continue the story. I was in the interrogation room, rudely being interrupted by that power out. But anyway, hey Joseph, hey Reese, thank you so much for joining me today, and welcome. Okay, back to the story. I heard they arrested one of the Phantom Thieves. No way. I didn't expect him to commit suicide. He was a murderer. He deserved to die. We can finally breathe easy now. He killed himself, huh? I guess we'll never know his motivation. Oh, so you weren't shot. Well, you'll find out in the story progress. I'm exhausted. Feels like my consciousness is about to fade away.
Hey, are you alright?
Oh yeah, Sai is bringing me back home.
Until we reach our destination.
Alright.
Are you listening?
I am, Sai. Don't worry. This be the effect of the drug wearing off? Yeah, the memories I thought were gone are starting to come back. The better Nijima's here, really?
Are you listening?
What are we talking about? Hey, Makoto.
You weren't paying attention? Well, I guess I can see how you'd be lost in thought right now. Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation.
Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive.
Akechi.
It's on a completely different level than just that.
Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns. His offer to assist us was simply a ploy to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill him. If we go into Sis's palace as he suggests, we'll likely be met by a large ambush of police forces.
To think he would be this far gone. I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace.
If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment.
So, this really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us.
He made us go after Okumura. Then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him.
And he told us he had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time!
The whole time he was working with Makoto's sister, he was really just some homicidal maniac. Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do it?
No. Akechi is merely a tool. His orders come from elsewhere. The grand mastermind behind this all.
The Grand Mastermind indeed. And then, yes, Reese. It was Akechi all along, and yes, it's always that comment, huh? For real?
An unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect inside of a police station.
Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi.
But what means do we have of learning his identity?
We'll have to make Akechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us.
I think that will be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity.
True. And yes, Joseph. Milo. The Grand Mastermind is Sojiro. Get rid of that pancake boy.
The only
Really?
reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to kill us immediately.
Damn it. So we don't got a choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion.
But if we go into the palace like we're told, he'll get arrested and then Akechi will kill him.
Palace. The palace. Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding...
Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage!
What's this all of a sudden?
There's a way. A way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity.
Really?
You gotta be kidding me.
If he wants to kill the guy, why not let him? That is, inside of a palace.
Yes. We could have him kill the cognitive version, all the while believing he killed the real one.
That is true. And then, Reese, get rid of the pancake boy. Who said Coffee Dad is the mastermind? Who said that? Come fight me. Come on, Reese. Really, you're going all out for Sojiro? And then Joseph saying, and Kawakami was in it all along, putting toxins in you during your massage sessions. Oh, Teacher Kawakami? And then the song, Joseph. Oh my gosh. Oh, by the way, I can read both your comments, Reese and Joseph, because Reese is commenting from Facebook and you're commenting from Twitch. So I can watch. Thankfully I can see all of them in a sequence.
Yeah, that's it!
It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we can carry this operation out.
Becky. Yes, Reese, that's Kawakami's name.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell them to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
Yeah.
You're her sister, correct?
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Look who's here.
Hey, you big bastard.
How've you been?
I guess. I mean, I died. Then I guess I have to catch up with your comments there, Reese and Joseph. You know? Yeah, I know. I know you know, you guys. It's Coffee Dad. Oh, Sojiro? You call Sojiro Coffee Dad? And best girl and best Nijima sister. You mean Sai? Oh yeah. I mean, I died.
You must be fine if you're joking around like that.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Moron.
Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on a sec. Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against someone else.
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
Well, Akechi messed up. And then... Oh, Reese. I just got dumped off like a trash can out of the taxi, huh? Slow down, Makoto. Coffee Dad cannot process. Oh, really? Akechi messed up.
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff.
Oh, Sojiro.
So what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
You mean a cat?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Huh?
Sorry.
Sojiro.
Was that supposed to be a joke?
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too. When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely. Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Oh, I know a place. I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here.
The pancake, huh? And then... Yeah, I don't think Sai would understand the teenagers. Akechi did mess up. And yes, that was months ago as well. So wait, how come Sai cannot understand him? Wasn't Sai in the metaverse even for just a second? She was in the metaverse for just a second, but she didn't hear Morgana's voice. So without that key principle of hearing Morgana's voice in the metaverse, she just only hears meows from Morgana.
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake. That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one, after all.
We got lucky.
That said, we weren't so naive to overlook something like that.
That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone.
I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my app. My heart was pounding while I was doing it, though.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly. Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an act!
After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then
I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
Is this for real?
Yes,
Is this
the
for
guard will
real?
be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So they planned to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
Wow.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
Yeah, wow.
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes.
On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi. Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
I see.
Wow.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing.
For real, the casino boss fight was crap. Like, I hated the casino part. Really, Reese? I didn't know that. Okay. We had no idea. Not till we got to the school.
You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it.
Morgana. It was a great idea.
Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our operations.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
That is true from Makoto. Hey Just, what about the mugshots of Joker? Even though it's fake, they got pics of his face. That is a very interesting thing. I think it was just a process or so, bro. I don't think they kept the pictures and such. And then at the same time, if you notice during Joker's mugshot, you saw the numbers or the letters and numbers there. I do think it has a Easter egg in it, like it says P5, Persona 5, and all. I forgot the other meaning of the other letters there, but yeah, that's a good Easter egg there. It was only because of Sai's cheating during it. Like, crap, wait, you said take out glass for cheating part? Ah, yeah. Who did I send to take out the glass in the cheating part since I wasn't there in the stream a while ago, Reese? Ah, it was Makoto. She was able to snipe it. Oh no. Oh no. They do keep the pics, so meaning Joker can show his face in public. I guess for the meantime. At the same time, he's presumed dead, quote unquote. Well, continuing the story for you two and the ones who are watching. Yeah.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all. I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us.
We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow.
That is true. Oh, Reese mentioned he's not wearing glasses, so no worries. Joker's not wearing glasses, so it's like they cannot just identify him already, Joseph. And yes, the chibi drawing of Joker is I also appreciate the chibi drawing, how they're revealing how they were able to deceive Akechi.
However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse. Except that was all an act. We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand and merely acted like we were taking the treasure. This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
Nice one, Makoto and the others.
Him getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it.
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this. But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
All I needed were the coordinates.
It seems like she used this laptop to remotely access the metaverse. Oh, so Futaba could access my Joker's phone and activated the metaverse, transferring Sai into the metaverse and Akechi as well. So there was something I never got. Wouldn't it be weird that since the bodies disappeared, someone would report it to Akechi? Like he'd either clean it up himself or hire someone to get Joker and the guards' bodies. Depends though. Maybe in the heat of the moment, no one was clearly sure. They just immediately claimed that he committed suicide. I'm not sure about that, Reese, but that's actually a good analogy there. Asking about it would drag the conversation too long. I should talk to her later. Should talk to Futaba later, yes.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
Yeah.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
Like he either cleaned it up himself or hire someone. Oh yeah.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
I couldn't see it either. I'm just glad I didn't die. Let's be a bit cocky. Couldn't see it either.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse. Albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Huh. Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation. Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
True.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
You asking me, Sai? Don't remember. Drugs. I was confident.
I see. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
Aw,
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake.
that is true. So what you're saying is the bad guys are stupid, including Akechi. Or rather, we were able to deceive them, as far as I can say.
But what did you do about the body?
Oh, here.
The
Reese.
police never even checked it.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
Wow.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence and even drugs is utterly abnormal. If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died. I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
Aw, thanks, Makoto. Well, hearing that from you just makes it all worth it. Oh god, so they are stupid. Remember, kids, drugs are bad. I get it, Reese. But hearing this coming from you, Makoto, just makes it all worth it. It was close. I don't remember much. It was a breeze. It was close.
I almost became one of your assailants as well.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against...
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Typical.
Can it, cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash. Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you. You saved me, after all.
That's reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know.
No.
Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped.
Aw. Thanks, Sojiro.
Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together to talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Aww.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
I agree, Yusuke. The summary of the story up to this point has been updated. Reese. Coffee Dad loves us. Alright, I'll check the story from there on. But now, let's continue on. Oh, it's Hawkmoth. I mean, Shido.
That sounds
That
familiar.
It's Hawkmoth, or what did I say? It's Shido. It's Masashi. It's just Shido.
It's me, Akechi.
Enter.
Shitty butterfly man.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
Hawk.
And on to
Really?
our next story, the snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Alright.
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Shido? Feels like I've heard that somewhere.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Who? I believe he's a politician. Remember, Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
For real?
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
No!
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes.
Mom.
Shido, huh?
Sojiro?
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this, just based on the connections I had from my previous job.
What?
I
What?
think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved. But there wasn't anything I could do, so I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes Prime Minister? What about the world?
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah, we'll do it like always.
Then let's check the nav.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for Prime Minister. Got a
Whoa.
hit! Well, duh. Ain't a surprise he has one.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
A fancy restaurant, election headquarters, the Diet Building. The Diet Building. Who? What do you mean he's on TV all the time? I mean, Ryuji wouldn't tell Reese. Wait a minute, this man, he's the one that got me expelled? I'm not sure about that, Reese. We haven't reached that part or so. The very place No Good Tora was from. Ah, No Good Tora! Actually, Taransuke Tora. I actually call him. He's like a very good uncle that you could always depend on. That's what I see in Tora. Anyway, the Diet Building. Oh,
We got a hit!
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
we have to.
Hell yeah! Nobody against it?
Of course!
He will be a worthy opponent.
Let's win this together.
Time for revenge. Then it's unanimous.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that diet building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
December
It's best we
17th.
hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the Diet Building after school.
That
What about
reminds me,
Itachi?
what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Ms. Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
That's what I told the school.
Nice, Sojiro.
Don't let him find out
Clutch.
you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
We're intellectuals, you know.
Coming from
That's
you,
why you
Ryuji.
needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
But the true battle has only just begun.
Yeah, and saying Ryuji, you're intellectuals, coming from you, I'm not sure about that. It's November. Wait, so you expect him to sit in all this time? It's gonna be busy. So we have less than a month before the deadline, so we best get started already. Ooh.
We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers.
Special powers? Are your stats full? Because if not, get it going. You mean my social stats? They're all level 5 Reese, don't worry. And Joy, welcome back. Oh look, Zhongli's VA. Oh really? Zhongli's VA is also the same voice actor for Shido and Hawkmoth from Miraculous Ladybug. Wow, it's all connecting right now.
If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic, and erased any trace of that scandal.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Wow.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side, until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion.
Wow. And then Reese, fly away my little Akuma, and cause a mental shutdown. Miraculous Ladybug. I gotta continue watching that. I think I'm still stuck in season 2 actually, Reese.
He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals, which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Wow.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing.
Wow. Wow. That deep, huh? Hawkmoth, you are an old man too. I will have order. Joy, what's that?
Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned. The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the chosen one. Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world.
Wow, Akechi. Ouch. Tsunami fan 555. A Japanese Donald Trump. Yes, I agree. Hey, welcome to the stream. I appreciate you visiting. I hope you're just enjoying yourself, and at the same time, oh, you're new. Hello, welcome. I just stream Persona 5 games and just play games casually or some competitively. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the comment. And at the same time, hope you're doing well there.
Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
Whoa.
Well, how do I put this?
Looks like things finally settled down. Life's gonna get really busy for you starting tomorrow, right? Get some rest.
Well then.
Chief's right. Let's take it easy for today. Isn't that...
Hey!
I get that you want to go out after being locked up, but starting tomorrow, you're gonna be really busy. Should take it easy and rest today. Hey.
So,
Oh, by the way, police report on your death isn't gonna show up at your school. No need to worry. Seems Prosecutor Nijima worked out some kind of deal with the higher-ups or something. I mean, they haven't even said anything to me even. As long as you stay quiet, you'll be fine.
well, how do
And
I
guess
put this?
if they report your death now, they'll basically be saying you were a phantom thief. They'll really go announcing what the phantom thieves are, so I'm sure they'll avoid that. True. Oh my gosh, Reese. What are you trying to say? And yeah. No worries, Toonami fan. Just keep it chill there. Oh wait, where was I again? Oh yeah, Morgana. At any rate, I'm glad you're back, safe and sound. But even that's putting it too lightly. You had it rough there, didn't you? Only a little.
Sorry.
Akechi was after you all along. I knew it was risky, but we had no choice but to depend on him. But thanks to your tenacity, you were able to fool him. It's payback time. Let's make him regret underestimating the Phantom Thieves. Alright. Hey, Futaba.
Remember how I hijacked your phone during the school trip? That kinda came in handy.
How so?
Well, remember how I put that wiretap app in Akechi's phone? Basically, that let me see GPS info for two phones, yours and his. I'd be able to tell the precise moment Sai Nijima, who had your phone, ran into Akechi. That's when I saw my chance, and beep, sent the signal to activate the Metaverse Navigator.
Convenient.
There was a chance they'd just pass each other without saying a single word. That's why we needed you to tell Sai Nijima to show the phone to Akechi.
This plan still surprises me no matter how many times I hear it.
That's true, Morgana.
Still, I couldn't just directly hack into the Metaverse Nav. It's a mysterious app after all.
Well, it can't be helped.
But you know how it has that bookmark function? All you have to do is push the button. Making the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable. Pretty good, huh?
Agree.
It may not have looked like it, but everyone else was risking their lives too. Though there's no doubt you were the most at risk. I mean, you actually got arrested. But it seems like all the drugs and stuff made you forget the details of the plan. Want me to explain how it all went down? It might take a bit.
Well, sure.
Well, since the rest of us didn't get captured, we had to act. We had to pretend we never wanted you to get arrested. Pretend the suicide news was a real shock. Basically, we had to act like we didn't know anything, 24/7. The enemy knows who we are, so we couldn't let our guard down even once while you were gone. If they had people watching us and realized what our plan was, they would have killed you immediately. Want to hear more?
Sure.
Another tough part was figuring out how to get Sai Nijima and Akechi back from the metaverse. In order to return to reality, you have to go back to the point where you came into the metaverse. So, Sai and Akechi had to go through where the nav was activated, as in, the hall where they met. Akechi would just come back the same way after the assassination. The real issue was Sai Nijima. We needed to stop her for a moment before she headed back toward the interrogation room. But nothing can be sent to a phone inside a palace. So, I had to program the messages in beforehand. In doing so, I made it seem like the messages were coming at that exact moment in time. That part was kinda last minute, so I had to pull an all-nighter trying to get it set up. I'm really on a roll here. Wanna hear some more?
Sure.
Let me see. Another problematic thing was... Oh yeah, tying Akechi up. That was really tough. I obviously don't mean the real Akechi. Even if we could do that, it would ruin our plan. The one we had to tie up was Sai Nijima's cognitive Akechi.
That is true. I haven't played Persona 4 yet. I might plan so in the future. And then Reese? Oh, Futaba. Really? Really, Reese? Are you talking about Futaba in this game right now, or Futaba Joy Futaba?
This part's really complicated. I know you're tired. You sure you want to hear all of this now?
Sure.
Well, we needed to lure Akechi into Sai Nijima's palace and have him kill the cognitive version. But Akechi would have entered the palace immediately after meeting Sai Nijima in the hallway, right?
Right. Trust me, I'll love Persona 4. One day, I'll hope to play Persona 4 then. Toonami fan. And then Reese, she's precious. Both of them are. Okay, I'll agree on that one.
Because of that, there was a pretty decent chance he'd run into the cognitive Akechi.
His own cognitive self.
And if that happened, Akechi would have totally realized we'd lured him into the palace.
But if you ever play Persona 4, yes, I want to be there for that. Oh, you want me to stream it, Reese? Sure, I guess I could. Yeah, I agree. Persona 5 was my first Persona game, and oh boy, I fell in love with this game. Yeah, I agree. Persona is really a good game as well. Kanji is best boy, that's what you're saying, Reese. And then replying to Reese, same. Okay, okay. An invitation.
Nobody actually even thought of this possibility until the night before the assassination.
If you want a special guest for it, I volunteer. In what way, Reese? You're gonna play with me while you're gonna talk with me while I play this? I guess so. That would be a good suggestion. One day, because after I play Persona 5 Royal, I'll be replaying it in New Game Plus, showing the parts that I do not stream. Because I started streaming Persona 5 Royal at the time of after Futaba's change of heart. So after that, I'll be replaying Persona 5 Royal, and then after that, I'll be ending until Futaba's Palace again, and then after that, there's Persona 5 Scramble for the Nintendo Switch. So that's gonna take some time until I reach into Persona 4, but hopefully by that time, Persona 4 would be released for the Switch or something like that. So hey, here's hoping that Atlus would already transfer a lot of their Persona games to the Switch. I mean, Shin Megami Tensei, the original game, the original inspired game is in the Switch. So I mean, that could be more reasons for Atlas to transfer everything. Yes, I know. You two will spectate, Joy. And then Toonami, I need more, so I play Persona 3 and 4. Still waiting for Persona 6. I know it's out there. Yeah, Persona 6 is eventually coming out, but I'm taking my time, especially in story-based games. That's why I stream a lot of story-based games and puzzle games. And yes, Reese, the classic hee-ho from the from those enemies. And then Joseph, fish too many Personas. Insert some other game in between those, please. Oh yes, Joseph. Oh yeah, I'll not play Persona 5 Scramble. I might actually play the Yakuza games. I borrowed it from my Japanese teacher. So I actually appreciate your suggestion as well. So we're going for a lot of games. So I'll have a lot of backlog to finish before I buy new games.
Makoto realized in the middle of the night. Then it was a huge mess trying to figure out what to do. In the end, we chose to sneak into the metaverse while the plan was happening to tie up the cognition.
Wow.
Because you told Sae to show him the phone, we expected her to chat with him for at least a bit. So, we had a few minutes to strike after the cognitive Akechi showed up, but before the nav activated. It was Operation Tie Him Up, though it wasn't really much of an operation in the end. Thankfully, Sae Nijima didn't know his true nature, so the one that appeared was an ordinary kid. It was pretty simple surrounding him, knocking him out, and tossing him on another floor.
Huh.
But man, watching Makoto's skill was super amazing. I guess she does use Knuckles as her weapon.
True. I know I'm gliding a lot of suggestions, Joseph. I'm also putting Portal. Yeah, I'm actually also planning to play Portal and finishing up my Doom Eternal stream as well. So getting there as well. My accent sounds familiar. I'm not sure about what you mean by that.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is, appreciate what everyone else did.
I do, Futaba. Thank you.
I just can't help but rant when I'm talking about stuff that interests me. Sorry about that. Just focus on resting up. You don't have to worry about anything else.
Thanks, Futaba.
And seriously, well done.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah.
I guess I can't do anything else, right?
Nice.
You really did a great job. You should take it easy today.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Can I save?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Alright.
I'm gonna head back then.
I will. Thanks, Ojiro.
Guess you won't be going to school for a while.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. This'll be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far. And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together. To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other. But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well. I'm going to stay with you until the very end. Well then, we should get to sleep. You know, something that Futaba said before.
Joy, is curry your dinner tonight? +3 guts added. Haha! No. I haven't made curry in a long time. Where I'm from? You could say I'm just from the Philippines. Simple as that.
When you were in a pinch in the palace, she picked up a reading of someone who came to your rescue. Was that...
Yeah. It was Kasumi. It's the new girl everyone's been fond of. Especially you, Joy. I know you're listening and hearing this. It was Kasumi.
So it was Yoshizawa. Then we'd better let her know you're safe now. And I'll even lend you a hand with that.
Huh? How? Okay. The next day, we're gonna meet up with Yoshizawa or Kasumi. Okay, I don't mind. Alright. apparently Akechi arrested the leader of the Phantom Thieves. He's a hero. Oh great, Akechi. I'm so glad Akechi's back. He really is amazing. Wow.
There's no point in even having an election. Shido's gonna win.
Of course, he's the only reliable politician there is. Plus, the current government has been getting wrapped up in scandal after scandal. Even more importantly, there's just an aura about him. Like he can fix whatever problems we have.
Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me who does it. I just want to see our society back on track. Especially after it turned out those Phantom Thieves were nothing more than scum in the end.
We'll show you.
Oh, somebody's contacting me? I heard you went home, so I announced it during homeroom. Are you okay? You're a bad teacher. I am, thanks. I'm not gonna be a jerk. Everyone thinks I'm dead, actually. You're alive! News is reporting you committed suicide. Call me when you can. I was so confused. But as long as you're safe, don't worry about the school. Just take care of yourself. Thanks. Thanks, Kawakami. Is it true the leader of the Phantom Thieves died? How could the police let him commit suicide in jail? They need to get their crap together.
Cut that out!
Quiet down, you're in class. Break's been over quite some time now. I swear, you're like monkeys in the zoo. Hmm? Oh yeah, I received word from the family that he'll be absent for a bit. Jeez, why do people think school is anyway? It's almost time. Oh, sorry. Just had to fix something. Hey, it can't be true, can it? Please tell me you're okay. I'm all good. Oh, thank God you're safe. That suicide report was all over the news and Miss Kawakami said you went back to your hometown. I was honestly worried about contacting you. Even Sakamoto was dodging the question when I tried to ask him. But don't worry, I won't tell anyone. By the way, the fan site is a real mess right now. I'll keep supporting you from the shadows. Good luck. I got a chat message from Oya. Ah, Oya as well. The reporter. Some crazy stuff is going on with the Phantom Thieves. Are you okay? I'm fine. Really? That's good. It's chaos over here because of the Phantom Thieves. You're still alive, so you must be scheming something, right? I gotta prepare myself for one more mountain. But I'm glad you're okay. I'm busy. Oh, sorry. I'm glad you're okay. I'm busy, so I'll talk to you again later.
Hey.
Don't need to worry about it in here, but try not to do anything to draw attention. Anyway, today is the day off, so eat your curry and take it easy. You can take your time with it too. It's not like any customers are gonna be showing up.
Okay.
Let's try and think of the keyword once the chief's curry has energized you. Now I'm hungry for curry. Have you figured out the keywords on Shido's palace yet? I've tried all sorts of stuff, but no luck so far. It's hard to understand the thought process of a criminal mastermind like him. You know, I've been wondering, if he's behind all those mental shutdowns, doesn't it mean that all the weird accidents from these past few years were his fault? Like that subway accident back in April. Now that you mention it, the accident lost the Minister of Transport his job. Wait, are you trying to say Shido caused that accident? It's the subway. Doesn't he not care about all innocent lives? This man seems to be truly unbelievable. Supposedly, there were still tons of victims from that in the hospital even now. Masayoshi Shido. How many has he killed over the years? How could we even understand what goes on in the mind of such a horrible man? Hey, wouldn't it be faster if we just go there and try to think about it on site? Let's try that. We're going to go. I'd like him to join, but would that be okay? Won't somebody spot him there? We'll probably figure out the keyword in no time once we're there. Plus, I can throw off anyone who tails us with my blazing speed. Alright, let's have Ren join us then. Remember though, we're going with the intent of not being seen. Okay, well, let's meet in front of the Diet Building and force that guy's palace open.
Alright, let's head to the Diet Building. Make sure you aren't discovered, okay?
I won't.
You going out?
I will. Yeah, that's the plan.
You gotta be kidding me. You realize you're done for if you get caught, right?
I know.
Ugh.
Yes, Ojiro?
The stunts you pull sometimes.
You're worried about me?
Just don't stay out too late.
I won't. Thanks.
Akechi isn't here.
Let's begin at once. Police cars are making rounds, so we can't stay here too long. We already have Masayoshi Shido and Diet Building. All we need is what he thinks of this place.
Maybe Mount Fuji, since it's the highest place in the country?
Fuji-san? No, I don't think so.
What about a mansion?
Since he's going to subjugate everyone as Prime Minister, perhaps a school?
What about an arena, like the Colosseum?
Imperial Palace?
It's no good.
I thought we would have gained entry by now. Maybe we shouldn't have called you here.
Hey, you think he's guarding his whole palace with a barrier? Shido stole the cognitive science research, right? Well, maybe it had some special move written in it.
Is that even possible?
Who knows? I've got no idea.
There was nothing like that in the notes I saw.
Anyways, what kind of person is Shido? I can't figure him out.
I did some light research on him last night, but I couldn't get a grasp on the type of man he is.
That man over there is probably a legislator, right? I'll try asking him. Excuse me, I'm a member of the newspaper club at my high school. May I speak with you for a moment?
Sure.
What kind of person is Representative Shido? What's he think about the national diet?
His stance is dedication for country. It's how he's garnered everyone's trust. He's an admirable man of action, with a first-class determination. I'd say he's a model politician. I believe that he'll help create a wonderful future in which young adults like you can live in ease.
Wow.
An exemplary answer.
It makes sense he wouldn't tell teenagers anything unnecessary.
Look over there. He's on a walkie-talkie.
Wait, is it about us?
That doesn't look good.
We should leave at once. Tomorrow's the day off, so let's have an early strategy meeting. Meet at LeBlanc, okay?
We should all think about this tonight.
The criminals calling themselves the Phantom Thieves are no more. However, I believe that this country's citizens are still living their days in anxiety. These scandals only increase our distrust of the current government. As a citizen myself, I am enraged.
Look who's talking.
What does it mean to be a politician with responsibility? Working toward personal gain without consideration of the country is outrageous.
The The election's public notification is tomorrow. But no matter where I go, people are cheering for Shido.
Everyone's being deceived so easily.
I tried looking into Shido's interviews up online. They all sound so fake. Checked his profile as well, but I couldn't find out much of his title and education. He's currently 53 years old and has gone from being a metropolitan assemblyman to a representative. Though he's a cabinet member, he splits from the ruling party to form the Unified Future Party. Shido's a cabinet minister for real? Whoa, Toonami fan, hold up. You're commenting a bit too harsh there. I can understand the frustration you have with with Shido, but take it easy there in the comments, alright? That's all I'm asking. Apparently, he also won a contest for who people most likely have as their boss. Even the news sites write about him as though he is sure to become the Prime Minister. If only we could find out the meaning behind Shido's words.
In order to save this country that has been tainted by villains, social reform is essential.
Ugh.
Shido's reputation is truly astronomical. It's preposterous. This isn't the popularity level of a normal politician anymore. What's so great about him? I seriously don't get it. He's a strong leader who protects his citizens, well, supposedly. Is everyone blind? We'll just need to shed light on who he really is. I agree there. By the way, is it okay if my sister joins us tomorrow? She's hoping she can be of help with us as well. That would be great. Okay, I'll tell her that. Okay, we'll figure out the keywords tomorrow for sure. Wow. One word that Sainijima's coming, and I'm sure I'm sure you're excited about that, Reese. What's with all the love for Shido? I get no one knows the truth about him, but it still creeps me out. That's true. I'm not sure how this is related to Nami. I don't know about this real life Shido owes you that much money and stole your figure. So I would suggest to take it easy there. I can understand the frustration, but don't push it too much. Anyway, with that in mind, I believe this is a good place to end the stream. I've been streaming for quite some time right now. I had a power interruption, so I better troubleshoot my system as well. So, without further ado, this has been quite an honor to stream with you guys Persona 5, and at the same time, this has been quite a lot of fun. I hope just making sure that everything goes well for everyone, even during these trying times. So, without further ado, I hope you guys stay tuned for the next Persona 5 stream, and at the same time, I hope everything goes well for everyone. So, without further ado, I would like to thank you all for your cooperation, and of course, no problem, Joy. I appreciate your comment as well. So, without further ado, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of your time. Stay safe, stay strong, stay hydrated, and of course, I'll see you all in the next one. See ya!